But I want to talk about someone before we round off today. Someone that the Bible did not say that God called. All these people I've been talking to you about, God called them, isn't it? And God called Abraham. And God called Elisha. And God called Aaron. God called them. But there's this young guy. His name is Joshua. The Bible did not say God called him. Oh, Jesus. The Bible said Joshua, he was young. At his age, maybe 39 or so, according to history. 39, 40, thereabouts. So he was regarded as a young person at that time. Because you had Moses that was, in his 100, in his, like that. And the Bible said, this guy just liked Moses. He just saw Moses and said, this is not my leader. This is my principal. He didn't care. So when Moses will go to Mount Sinai to go and get, let me read it a little bit. To go and get the tablets. The Bible said this guy called Joshua will sit at, he's not going with Moses. He will just sit there at the base of the mountain. He's waiting for his master. This is not I'm following my master. No, he has gone. He did not say my journey is 10 days. No, he just keeps staying, waiting. Not seeing anything, just waiting and waiting and waiting. And when he waited, the Bible said, he said, and the Lord told Moses that your people have done a profane thing. So go back to them. And when Moses began to come down, when he came to Joseph and Joshua, where Joshua was, Joshua said, Moses said, I hear the sound. He said, yes, it can be the sound of war. That's what he said. Did Joshua himself. My question is, does he not have family? How can you be staying in a base? You are not hearing a sound. In your mind is telling you that the sound is the sound of war. You did not move. This man has family now. He still waited for his boss. As the boss comes, I'm hearing a sound. He said, yes, I think it's the sound of war. It was his boss that said, no, it's not the sound of war. Let's go. So even though his heart was telling him that it's the sound of war, and he has family, he has brothers and sisters, cousins, relations, he not say, make her go, wait till it happen. Focused human being. What most of the times derails us as disciples is distractions. When the devil just throw this one, get distracted. And then the devil just get distracted. You're hearing noises everywhere. This noise, that noise. And so you are lost. Before you come, your principal don't go that side. Say, now, I believe him before. When you come, you don't see his slippers again. He has gone. And you have missed the moment. You start again. Say, I will follow. You start again. Something happens, distracts you again. When you come back, you've lost the moment again. You go back again. Oh, I don't know if someone is getting it. And so Joshua started like a personal aide. He became Moses' personal aide. By himself. Nobody called him. By himself. The Bible said he journeyed. Let me try and read small. Let it not look like as if I'm just... Let me read Exodus 32. Exodus 32. I'll read 17. I'll read 16. Now the tablets were the work of God, and the writing was the writing of God, engraved on the tablets. 17. And when Joshua heard the noise of the people as they shouted, he said to Moses, his principal, there is a noise of war in the camp. But Moses said, it is not the noise and the shout of victory, not the noise or the cry of defeat, but it's the sound of singing that I hear. This man had moved from the place where he's completely sold out. Completely sold out. And this man grew In Numbers 13, the Bible said, and Moses, when he was looking for those to go and spy a place, he picked immediately. Said, Joshua, come. Caleb, come. They are trusted people that when you want to go on a mission, you must need them. Say, come. He knew that these other ones, I not trust them. They can abandon the ark and run away. Yes. One said to Jesus, say, let me go and bury my father first. That's what one said to Jesus. He said, I will go and bury my father. Then I will come back to you. And the Bible said, Jesus said to him, let the dead bury the dead. He's still not here. He's still not come back. Those kind of people, if you give them the scroll, it will be on the street waiting for you. You give them a mission to accomplish. You cannot accomplish mission. So Moses looked and said, Joshua, you will come. Go for this thing. I know you. You will tell me exactly the way it is. And when he came back, just imagine if Joshua did not go for that trip. Joshua needed to be there. And so when they were speaking, Joshua and Caleb said, no, Oga. No. That's not true. They can be mighty and say, but God has given them to us. He was seen like his master. You know why? Because he's been staying with the master. Those are the ones. This Bible will say, he said, and they used to stay at the door of their tents. That's where they will stay. And Moses is going to the tabernacle of meeting. They'll be looking at him like this. Say, don't they go? Today now God go say something now. And Joshua will be at the mouth of the tabernacle of meeting. Joshua stayed in the tabernacle of meeting so much that when it was Exodus 17, when you go read all these things, when it was Exodus 17, the Bible said, Joshua, there was a fight. There was a major fight. Let me read that place a little bit. Exodus 17. Because Joshua began to grow from not just being a personal aide, he became a military general. And that's how it is. Oh, glory to Jesus. Joshua said, Exodus 17. Let me read 8. Now Amalek came and fought with Israel in Rephidim. And Moses said to Joshua, choose us some men and go out. Fight with the Amalek tomorrow. And I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of God in my hand. So Joshua did as Moses said to him and fought with the Amalek. And Moses and Aaron and Hur went to the top of the hill. And so Joshua defeated the 13. And so Joshua defeated the Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. 14. Then the Lord said to Moses, write this as a memorial in the books and recount it in the hearing of Joshua. God himself was the one calling Joshua. The one they do at the sea, they come. You need power, you need dominion. Serve to where God will say, come. Say, write this as a memorial. Write it down. Say, this is when this might begin to so. Write it down. What Joshua has done. Write it down. Joshua did not say, you Moses, you stand here. You say, make me go fight. My son and they do. It's the truth. But God was making him a military general. After then, just go and read about Joshua. The Bible said, oh my God. The Bible said, and see every space. He took every space, every city, he took every. None could come near Joshua. The Bible said the fear of Joshua went abroad. Let me read Joshua 10. Let me read Joshua 10. This man, God didn't call him. He called himself. Some of you. This story that we're talking about here. Look at Joshua 10. And I will read verse 12. Then Joshua spoke to the Lord. Joshua has begun speaking to the Lord. Joshua has moved. So instead of you to be looking for, because sometimes to be looking there, let God give me. He cannot give you like that because, see, the power of the Lord that you are seeking, seemingly, it's not on the street. If it's on the street, everybody will use it. Trust me. God is seeking for. That sentence is a big sentence. We should go and write it down on if you have a prayer room or you have where you used to pray, just write it there. Say, God is diligently seeking for those who seek him. God is seeking for seekers. Seekers. Those when they seek. Where around. Not those that you are waiting for God to call you to come. And the Bible said, verse 12, then the Lord spoke. Then Joshua spoke to the Lord in that day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, sun, stand still in Gibeon, and moon in the valley of Ajalon. So the sun stood still, and the moon stopped till the people had avenged upon their enemies. This man, this Joshua, became a god. This time, his principal had not died though. Moses had not died. Most times, the people will first of all wait till Elijah died before Elisha will start ministry. Oh, I hope people are getting it. Those of you behind. No. This guy's ministry started when his principal was still alive. His service is too much that God said, write it as a memorial. Write it down quickly. Let it be said about Joshua. That this thing that he has done. He didn't wait for Moses to die first. Elisha needed to die for Elijah. Elisha to start. Elijah had to die. Oh, this man, in the presence of his principal. His principal, is a continual pouring. When he poured yesterday, he go pour again today. He go pour again next tomorrow. He will pour again. The thing is, and God heard. My thought is, what gave Joshua the guts to say, son, stand on the hill of Hebron. In the exact place. He didn't say just stand there. Say, no, stand on the hill of Hebron. You stand on the hill of Ajalon. Stay there. You moon, stay here. Sun, stay here. Someone has served so much, understood these things so much, has seen his own boss do it over and over and over and over. He has practiced it on his own when nobody is there. And so that the sun was actually standing. In the day of battle, in the day, the Bible said, he said, if your strength fails you in the day of battle, what did he say? Then your strength is now small now. You didn't gather enough. You didn't gather enough. So this guy had gathered so much. Immediately he said, so heaven. And so this guy left being personal aide to military general, to prophets, to the one that will say, to the ones that his eyes began to see. Joshua once said, are you for us or you're against us? And the Bible said the captains of the armies of the host of Israel was right there and said, I am the captain of the armies of the host of Israel, my God and my Lord. This was this young guy that was sitting at the foot of a mountain. He had grown so much. He has grown so much. I like to read when the Lord ushered him. I think in Deuteronomy, the Lord ushered him into the tabernacles of meeting. It was not Moses that said, now come into the tabernacle of meeting. No, it was the Lord. The Lord said, now bring Joshua into the son of Naum, into the tabernacle of meeting. This was a place where God spoke to him face to face like a friend. Only Moses could enter into this place. When he comes, he dishes out to people. Now God said to Moses, bring that your son for me. Bring him for me. And the Bible says, and God inaugurated him. I like to read that place. He said, God inaugurated Joshua God by himself, not man. When God had inaugurated Joshua, that was when Moses now had the audacity to come to the public. Now inaugurated him. So sometimes, you're not seeing the power the way you want to see the power. You want to exercise this power. You want to do and say, God, why is that thing is not working? Check your disciple level. Check it very well. And be sure if you are fit to receive it.